7th, 1996, with about 6 or 7 inches of snow on the ground at 8 o'clock in the morning. And got our first sled riders preparing to go down in the park. January 1966, Sunday, January 7th. We're about a third of the way through this snowfall. There's already somewhere around 12 inches on the ground, between 10 and 12 here. Similar reports all over. It's a little too deep for that guy. His older brother's trying to help him there. An idea of the depth of the snow. I shoveled this off about 15 minutes ago. If the weather prediction comes to pass, I think it would be wise to try to keep up with it. The snow is light and easy to shovel. If it gets wet later on and you try to shovel, it might be a mess. Filled the feeder up yesterday. Both of them, as a matter of fact. The birds have been feeding out here all morning. Either they got something good here. Until yesterday. See how long it takes the squirrels to figure out how to get up there. I think we've got a young batch around here. It might take them a while, because I believe I caught about 6 or 7 mud traps and took them away. Nobody teaches young whippersnappers. Very pretty out here. I believe that snow might be getting a little heavier, wet, a little wetter too, the way it's falling. Glad I got the trailer covered up. Everything was late this year. Working on my siding. And I got wood here. Some covered over there. Some piled up there. And I got quite a bit in the basement. I see a house red come over to join us in the feed. Chickadee. Six, as it's now being known, you can see that Michael and Joe, Red Martin, visited this morning, cleared out my driveway, got the car out all ready to go. Really wouldn't be too much trouble to get the truck out. But the roads have still not been opened up too well, although I think I could get around pretty good with that front wheel drive. Michael been up and down the road, opening Fred's driveway, Bill Murphy. He wanted to use the Bobcat up at his place, I think Virginia's. Of course, it's right difficult. You know all the neighbors, they're good neighbors. But you can't spend all the time opening up their driveways being good guys. See, the snow's been pretty deep. Drifted earlier today. The sky's blue now, the sun's shining. I think it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They're calling for more snow Thursday. I was kidding Nancy a little bit. I told her another 18 inches. Moved his truck out, getting ready to go to work sometime this winter. See a car coming up the road. I need to shovel out my driveway. I mean, front sidewalk for the 3rd time. More important, I need to get the snow off this back deck. But with all this snow, and it starts to melt, no place to go, could get down into my basement, flood me out. I'd really have a mess then. Shadow on the snow on the road. They did make a pass through here yesterday with snowplow. I never did bother opening up the gates. 2 reasons for it. Maybe 3. I didn't want to come back and open them up. I didn't want the 4-wheelers running around on the field and getting hung up. And of course, automobiles just couldn't make it down and back from there. Have to stand behind this tree. The sun's so bright. Still working on his equipment. Car went down the road with a blade on the front of it. I think he might have been looking for driveways to do. After they worked on a few driveways around here, Mike come up with a sign, put on the side of it for hire with his phone number on it. I think that would discourage a few people. This is interesting, this tree. You can see how it settled down in the snow into the contours of the wood. I made a little ripple out there. Let me see if I can zero in a little bit. Pretty. Not to bother with the truck, Mike, when he was up here. I don't plan on moving it. But if I do, it won't be hard to get out, and that'll be one of my last jobs, is taking the snow off of it and cleaning that around it. I think the air conditioner. Put the cover on that Saturday. I'm glad it did. Probably you can hear the wind blowing. I want to get over there and fill that bird feeder too. There's what I'm talking about on the deck. One of the problems with all that water is that 1 inch of water for 10 inches of snow, you've probably got 2.5 inches of water to melt, no place for it to go. Well, this is Tuesday. After a blizzard of 96. Supposed to be getting a light dusting. I think predicted up to an inch, possibly today.
Did they expect another inch of this?
There's old goofball taking pictures of me taking pictures. You can see the snow might plowed up at. We're looking at the results of the week of the blizzard of 96. Over 2.5 feet of snow fell. This is on a Saturday. Brilliant, sunshiny day. Temperatures have not reached or just barely reached 30 degrees. Expected to get up in the high 30s. Just look down Dogwood Road, Mary's mailbox, Mary George's house. Mike even opened up the driveway into Mrs. Peterman's. Mrs. Merriman, Dot Merriman, towards our house from the plowed driveway at Peterman's over to snow piles at George's into the park in the back of Mr. Peterman's property. Swing around to the ice-covered front north side. I see the Christmas wreath still there. I guess we better take it down. I think right there you can get a pretty good idea of the depth of the snow. I'm trying to keep the bird feeder filled. Matter of fact, I brought the feed out of Mr. Peterman's basement. I don't know who else is feeding him besides Mr. Peterman and me, and I think Bill Murphy aren't coming out of Dot Merriman's. I did make a little track to the basement so I could check the lights